Lists are super important in the mobile world. One of the common ways to use lists is when you fetch some data for your API and you just show it using list views. Here we can see in the documentation a simple example of a list view. Let's do that. We are passing the content of each view inside the method renderRow. Let's create our style for the text component we have just created, just for increasing the font size. In this case, the font size will be 24. We have created the list view, but we should add elements in each row. We need to worry about the data source. The list view component requires two props, data source and renderRow. At the implementation of data source, we must provide a function row has changed. In our example, let's stick with just our simple row has changed function to check if two rows are different or not. This method tells the list view it needs to be re-rendered because the source has changed. This is a performance operation designed to make the list view work more smoothly. This part will be inside our constructor. We are passing the state data source, and it's a list view data source. And we pass elements we would like to have. With this, our list view should be fine. A centralized list view with some elements. We don't have any action for each view. It's just pure text. In tomorrow's exercise, we are going to implement the click action. Going back to the list view documentation, we can see it's very simple. There are some other methods. Names are self-explanatory. Data source is the source of our list. renderRow handles our view rendering, taking one element from our data source. Let's change our list view a bit. Imagine you want to not only show the text, but also show a complex view on each row. To do that, you can only change and improve the renderRow adding your complex view. Let's create a component called myComponent. It will be a stateless component. We are passing props and getting the props that will be called content. We should import myComponent, in this case nx.ios. In our main screen, let's use now the myComponent. We are passing row data for our component and the prop's name will be content. Here we are using a row a little bit more complex. And if you want, you can increase the complexity just changing myComponent. You can also create actions, for example, if you pass a button or a touchable highlight. Now you know how simple list views are. I hope tomorrow you can improve this code a little bit more. See you soon.